All of the views and opinions expressed in this video are solely my own. The purpose of this video is to cause awareness of the current situation I believe we are facing today. Life. By definition, it is the condition that distinguishes animals and plants from inorganic matter, including the capacity for growth, reproduction, functional activity, and continual change preceding death. But is that all that life is? Birth, experience, and death? Or is there more? 1 Corinthians 6:19 says, "Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God?" If we look at the molecular formation of our bodies, our temples, we can find clues to how connected we truly are to the Creator. One of them being His name on every strand of our DNA. Let me explain. In a single DNA strand, there contains nucleotides. Nucleotides are one of the most basic structural units, comprised of 3 parts: nitrogenous base, pentose sugar, and phosphate. It is a building block, an organic molecule which may be joined together in a repeating fashion to form more complex molecules called polymers, such as DNA and proteins, that are fundamental to biological structure and function. The unique thing is the order in which sulfide bonds your 2 DNA strands together to make up the double helix. They occur after the 10th pair of nucleotides, again after the 5th pair, and 6 pairs later, and then again 5 pairs later. If we look in the Hebrew alphabet, we find the 10th letter is Yod, the 5th letter is He, and the 6th letter is Vav. Yod, He, Vav, He. These letters, mirroring the nucleotide sequence, spell the name Yahweh. That is the name of God used in the Hebrew Bible. Yahweh meaning, I am who I am. Looking at the situation through this lens, one could theorize on every human chromosome is the symbol of the divine, and a promise that you were made in His image and sealed with His name. I believe it is this divine design that the enemy desires to obliterate. By injecting loaded messenger RNA into cells, one can sneak fragments of foreign enemy DNA through the carefully guarded nuclear walls and unload their contents into the beautiful DNA that God wrote for you. Like cutting off your arm and giving you a mechanical one in its place, our DNA is being removed and replaced by a counterfeit one. Through my research, I believe the reality of what is happening is that the name of God, I am what I am, written into the sulfide bond arrangement in our DNA, is being erased and replaced with the inserted DNA loads of messenger RNA, with instructions for the protein factory to start manufacturing enemy spike proteins. This is a hijacking of not only our DNA, but I believe our spiritual connection to the Creator. A cleverly engineered coup on a worldwide scale to throw off the connection of God to His creation. If you want to know who's behind this diabolical plot, all one must do is follow the money. You will find it leads you to very high-profile, influential people with families that operate through many front organizations to orchestrate significant political and financial events, ranging from causing systemic crisis to pushing through controversial policies at both national and international levels. They are known by many names, such as the New World Order, the elite, the Cabal, and the Illuminati. But their goal is the same: a globalist agenda that is conspiring to rule the world through an authoritarian one-world government, which will replace all sovereign nations. Psalms 2:2-4 says, "The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us." The Greek word for band is demos, meaning a bond, a string, or a ligament. The Greek word for cord means string, rope, or tether. Could this possibly be the carefully placed sulfide bonds that depict the name of the Creator Yahweh, which are being destroyed and broken by the vaccine contents? The word cord in Hebrew is shabet, still the common name for cord or rope throughout the East. Such ropes or cords are made of goat's or camel's hair, first spun into threads and then twisted and intertwined into the larger and stronger form. DNA is also intertwined, just like a rope. Is this the plan of the kings of the earth, the elite, to come together and attack God's creation? To hijack our DNA, destroy his name, remove his signature, and transform the human body into a genetically modified part human, part computer, which can be controlled externally? Our bodies are supposed to be a dwelling place for the Spirit of God to live inside of us and to receive direct communication with our Creator. We are told in Revelations that the Antichrist's ultimate goal is to sit in the highest place intended for God, the third temple, which has not been built yet. 2 Thessalonians 2:4 says, "He will oppose and will exalt himself over everything that is called God or is worshipped, so that he sets himself up in God's temple, proclaiming himself to be God."